Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. We are one day away from the new Knockout Royalty promo inside of FC26, and after a bunch of news dropped about this promo yesterday, the biggest thing that I'm seeing is an SBC that might just end up in everybody's team. We need to talk about this because if you need a center back, you're about to be sorted in your squad with this SBC. But additionally, we have leaks of official stats for these knockout royalty cards, and of course, the card designs here that look actually pretty solid, way better than they look on the Twitter leaks that we're going to take a look at today. But before of all that, tomorrow with knockout royalty, we actually have a quite interesting day today on Thursday. There are tons of SBCs that we do every single day expiring today. How many of them are going to come back? And is EA going to even refresh all of them? We're going to take a look at that and some pack code today. And of course, talk about the market where informs continue to rise. Let's discuss, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, let's go over yesterday's content on Wednesday first, where we had ourselves another max 86 very small evolution. It's called Shove Off, and as you would imagine, based on the name of this Evo, it gives the Bruiser playstyle a little bit of a dribbling and physical boost, and also the press proven playstyle as well. It's a one section Evo, play 4 matches and you get it done, but it is yet again max 86 overall. It is repeatable twice. It boosts your overall +1 as well. So this really just looks like a chain evolution for most likely a midfielder, maybe a defender, probably not a striker unless you're really trying to boost up their physicality stat and you don't care about the playstyles or you already have 7 playstyles. But this just adds to the list of Evos that are not super great. Again, you could absolutely use this in some sort of chain. Like maybe right now you're doing a Future Stars Academy Evo chain, and before you put them into all the upgrading SBCs, you're trying to boost up their card to make it the craziest chain you can possibly make. You know, this might be pretty good for one of those players that needs a physical boost, a little bit of a dribbling boost, and only gets a +1 overall. So it is possible that that could be a way that this Evo is used, but to be completely honest, it is not crazy, that's for sure. We're still awaiting Evos in this promo. We don't have many leaks for them, but we're still awaiting Evos actually turning up. That's the biggest thing right now that we need to see for sure. And maybe after the Future Stars Academy is over with this promo, maybe they will start to turn up a bit more. Now, to SBCs yesterday we go, where we had a French center back in the name of Laura Georges, and she's had some pretty good cards in the past. This one statistically looks pretty good. Actually has 2 playstyle pluses, Jockey and Anticipate. Has the Defender ++, 90 defense and physical, 88 pace, right? Not terrible. Missing the Intercept playstyle. Has the Rapid base playstyle as well, which is interesting. Does have Bruiser, but does not have Aerial Fortress. But I think honestly it's the price here. Like, especially with the leaked SBC that we're going to talk about today. If you need a center back, I don't think this is the stop that you're looking for. 88 rated squad, 2 87s, 2 86s, and an 85. Coming in at a total price tag of 346,000 coins. Wow, 96% downvoted on Footbin. I did not see that originally. That is very, very downvoted. But again, with the leaked SBCs coming, I would agree that's probably an SBC that you don't want to do unless that's a card that you're collecting for a certain reason. Also, yesterday we had the Future Stars Challenge 5, which may be a good one to get done as it gives a mega pack, albeit untradeable, but that is a very solid pack. And we had 2 upgrade packs yesterday. First of all, the 1 of 4 87 plus campaign mix player pick. Of course, Wednesdays almost always give us a new campaign pick, and this one from last week went up from a 1 of 3 to a 1 of 4. It does not include icons or heroes, but they may have added time warps, or time warps may have already been involved in here. But regardless, they've actually increased the price as well. It's an 85, 86, and 87 rated squad to get this one done, bringing that price of this campaign pick up to 146,000 coins. That was not the good upgrade pack that we got yesterday. We had a little bit of a surprise with a hero pack released on a Wednesday yesterday, and I've actually done it. I was just saying how hero packs don't have the juice and icon packs are so much better, but this one is such a good price and it's such a small pool of players that it actually might be worth trying. Not saying it is worth it 100%, but like for a gamble pack like this, to take a risk, it's not that much of a cost, right? 85 with an inform and an 86 rated squad in 80,000 coin SBC, that when you look at the players that are packable from it, there are plenty more players above 80,000 coins than there are below 80k. Now that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get a good pull from this. Like, I packed Kessler from this pack yesterday, but there's only, I believe, if you look here, 23 heroes that are packable from this. Of course, including the Ginola, the Yap Stam, 2 versions of Ramirez, Abedi, Pele, Quaresma, Okocha's in here, 2 versions of Cordoba, Tevez. Somebody in the stream yesterday on a share play packed this Tevez card. Joe Cole, we saw him get packed as well. But you see here, there's a lot of cards that are above 100,000 coins and only a handful that are below 100k. So I got very unlucky packing Kessler at 38,000 coins. But the good thing about this is it's an 88 plus, and some of the cards that are even pretty decent in this are 88 rated, like the Ramirez is 88, Quaresma is 88, which means hopefully soon for some Evos, and even currently with some Season Pass Evos, you could have the potential for cards to get upgraded through that. So again, for the price of this just being 80,000 coins, for the limited players that are inside of it and unique players, I think that is actually a very solid and fun pack to do if you can get the fodder. But fodder is the problem, right? Because fodder prices just continue to go up. All 84s yesterday were selling at 1.4 to 1.5k. Now they're back down just a little bit right now, about 1.3k according to the FutBin, cheapest players by rating page right here. But that's the story for fodder. Prices are up. 85s, 4K, 86s, 4.1, 87s are at 7, and 88s are at 11,000 coins still. GG's if you invested in some of those 90s or 91s, because they went up a little bit more yesterday, and I think they may still go up a bit more into Friday. If you invested in the high rateds, the 89 pluses, I think you're holding on to these until Friday night, where they could go a bit further as the TOTW SBC is expiring, and we may have some big SBCs incoming that people really want to do. But that's not all. With fodder, team of the weeks hit 20,000 coins yesterday. What an investment yet again, right? Last week they were 11K, 12K, and they went to 17 or something like that, maybe 20. Yeah, they went to 20 something on Friday night after the big player SBC was released, or the pack SBC was released rather, that made them go even further. But of course, we invested this last weekend for about 14,000 coins, and now these cards are back up to 20K. I was getting lazy sales all day yesterday at 21,000. You can see a whole bunch of cards here selling for 21K. I sold up on all of my informs. I think I've cleared out every single one of them for like 20,000 coins. Okay, I've got a couple more of those to sell today, but absolutely incredible investment there for the informs once again, and they're probably going to stay up today and even tomorrow until after content. And then of course, once we get into the weekend on Friday night into Saturday, we will see those cards drop. But very nice to see those Team Elite cards moving up. That was a great way to make coins again this week. It's sell time now for those though, and we'll look to reinvest later on in the weekend. Now, speaking of Team of the Week cards, we have a new Team of the Week, which, by the way, the new releases tab, this was one of the things that EA added. If you press the L2 and you go to the new releases down at the bottom, this is a new feature that EA said they were going to add, and now they finally added it in. It's not that crazy. We thought this was going to be like a place where you would see all the new content that dropped on any given day, and you kind of can, but it's all sorted by the promo team. This is really going to be useful to look at players when a new promo drops, like tomorrow on Friday. If you press the new releases tab, hopefully after tomorrow content, you'll see the brand new team of knockout royalty cards in here, and you'll be able to see all the stats about them, all the info over here on the right side of the screen with the card right there. And then of course, if you keep scrolling all the way to the right, specifically in like Future Stars Team 2 here, you can see some of the SBC players and the objective players as well. It's a lot of players all in one row, so you have to like, hold over on the left stick to be able to get all the way to the end here. So I feel like there could be some use for this. Again, like I mentioned, probably the most useful when a new promo team drops. You can see all the cards, all their skill moves and weak foots and play styles and stuff like that have been changed with the upgrades, but not that crazy of an addition from EA in terms of the menus there. But this new Team of the Week actually is pretty good. There are some gems here, some gems for, your team, like this Mariona 2 play style pluses. If you're wanting to use Mariona, but of course don't want to pay 2.7 mil for the team of the year for 300,000 coins and probably even cheaper later on this weekend. That's a pretty solid version of her card there. Got an inform Ousmane Dembele, 2 playstyle plus Benzema, a Vicky Lopez that's going to be very popular for evolutions, who fits into a couple of evos already and looks pretty good with the rapid plus. And then you've got, of course, this Bisek card. I tweeted about him just a couple of hours ago because I personally think, yes, this is Bisek. He's going to be super hype. He's got the aerial plus. He's only 84 rated. This has evolutions written all over it, and I think he even fits some decent evos right now. But I don't think this card is going to stay extinct at 60K. You're hoping, if you're investing in that EA update the price range and that he sells above that like soon, because I think his price is going to drop today. And then, of course, it's going to drop on Friday night unless we have a crazy center back evo, which as of right now, there is nothing that is leaked. So that's a card that I think I would 100% want to sell. But, you know, when it comes to Team of the Weeks, this is one of the better ones that we've had in a long time with some top tier players in there. And of course, as well, just some other decent cards for Evo. So maybe this week's Weekend League and your Division Rivals rewards today could pay out in a different way with some interesting Team of the Week cards. Now, I want to talk about a couple more things, the market and some prices. And also, before we get into all the knockout royalty leaks, we got to talk about this, all right? FUT Sheriff yesterday, building on the leaks of the Brazilian League coming into EAFC Mobile and EAFC 26 that we talked about a couple of days ago, he is saying that Santos and Mirassol have signed the dotted line with EA Sports and that their brand name, logo, and kits are going to be a part of the CONMEBOL Libertadores update in April. He said it's not confirmed that the players are going to be added in yet, but he's saying very likely we see Neymar back in FC 26, which it feels like it's a bit of a stretch to say, okay, they've signed the paperwork with EA, so their brand name, logo, and kits are going to be in the game. Okay, no, so now the players are going to be in too, right? That's what seems a little bit of a stretch. That's not a guarantee at all, but there's even more leaks, and we made a little bit of a YouTube short about this yesterday of like some of the player face scans coming into the game, and some more of that detail is getting leaked as well and added into like squad updates and stuff like that. So it is possible that Neymar could be added into FC 26, which would be crazy. Imagine a team of the season flashback SBC for the team of the season promo in like April, May. That would hit like crazy. That could be super crazy. The Brazilian League is something that I think a lot of us would really love to see in the game, even if you didn't realize it. There's going to be so many players in here and just a whole population of the world that would love to play this game with Brazilian players from former clubs like Manchester United, like Teles plays for Botafogo. There's so many. Felipe Anderson plays in this league. There's so many players that play in the Brazilian League that you would love to Evo. You'd love to see in promo teams. You'd love to see flashback SBCs of. So those clubs getting licensed with EA would be huge. Of course, it's the first step of the process, seeing that the clubs are okay with their logos and kits and stuff like that. But, you know, with the way the rights have sounded like they work in Brazil, it's very individualized. So hopefully the players do come in. But that's at least got hopes up and spirits up a little bit for Brazilian League players coming into FC 26 and maybe FC 27 and beyond as well. Now, one last thing. I said I was going to talk about the market. The market yesterday is kind of a mixed bag. Some prices going up. Fodder, of course, going up, but that actually does make some of the rest of the market go down. Not saying the market's crashing at all right now, but if you take a look at the Team 2 of Future Stars, you know, you've got some cards that are up still, like Dean Huijsen, 2.1 mil. That's definitely up for him. But then you got other players like Nico Paz, who's just kind of chilling at 420, 430K, right? Few players up, few players down. I don't think these cards are going to continue to rise like Future Stars Team 1 did, but if content is not crazy today, with some SBC refreshes, of course, being the most interesting thing, you could see these cards move up a little bit as Division Rivals Rewards does give out some coins, and people may go buy some cards for the team today. But what I'm kind of really waiting for now is to see what the rest of this knockout royalty promo is going to bring us before I invest too much. Now let's talk about the big leaks, guys. Knockout royalty started with this news tab yesterday with the official card designs, and I can't lie, from the pictures that you see on Twitter with the leaks and stuff like that, in game it looks way better. Of course, we got to wait and see what it looks like in game with the player on the front of the card, but that is kind of a cool design. I think my favorite design out of the three is the icon, but the regular promo card design does look pretty sick as well. Now, we've known the leaks for a couple of these players, but now we have official stats for some of them as well. The dynamics and the graphics here are not the best, but it gives us some detail onto how these cards are going to look in game. So I want to show you guys this tweet. Iniesta, Mia Hamm, Muller, Schellen, Gerrard, and Steffi Jones. Steven Gerrard, new card, are all getting promo cards here, and they all look really solid. Like Mia Hamm's going to be crazy. Iniesta looks really crazy with incisive and tiki-taka with 94 dribbling and passing. A lot of Schellen, new card with finesse and incisive, so crazy cards there. But take a look at this Antoine Griezmann. What is that card? Antoine Griezmann gets like plus 10 in pace, plus 4 and 5, and all of his other stats from his Scream card with technical and finesse plus. That card looks insane. Kai Havertz, of course, we saw him leaked. He's getting a quick step and low driven. Kvaratskhelia, same thing. Ferland Mendy is an 87 rated card, only having the quick step plus. That card looks primed for evolutions. Kind of reminds me actually of the Wilson Odeberg card, right? Has the quick step plus, is 87 rated, already has fit into some evos. That Mendy with like a defensive boost and a bit of a passing and dribbling boost would go insane with a second playstyle plus of intercept or anticipate as well. Rodri's got his second promo card here with Tiki and Bruiser, and Van de Ven is another one a lot of people are very scared of. Those are the official stats allegedly for Mickey Van de Ven. 94 pace, 88 defense, and physical. But if you've got an Evo version of Van de Ven, you might be thinking, well, that looks better than this card, and you're happy that you did that Evo. Absolutely, understandably so, based on the way that card looks. But I do want to mention the gold Mickey Van de Ven, since he's going to be in this promo team, is starting to fly in price. He was like 85K 2 days ago. Now he's 100,000 coins because people know he's going to be out of packs, and there's always people trying to Evo Mickey Van de Ven. So that's a card there that's moving up a lot. And that's one other thing to look at with this promo team is the cards, the base version of these cards that are going to be going out of packs. Bruno Guimaraes, Vinny Jr. with 2 playstyle pluses, Alphonso Davies as well getting in this promo. It's kind of crazy. We've got Ferland Mendy and Alphonso Davies, 2 of the most OP FIFA left backs getting into this promo team. Andy Martinez, Midema, Dirk Kuyt getting in. Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea. We've got Ole. We've got Oguz down here, the Turkey right back. Osimhen, Benjamin Pavard, and Marta. But this is not the whole list of the team. But I'll be honest, that does look kind of solid. Like, there's not too many L's in there. There's a couple for sure. There may be a few more players that aren't leaked here, but this is the official stats leak that we do have right now. And a couple of the icons that I wanted to point out are some of the new icons as well. This is Hurst and his new icon card coming into FC26 in this promo. 93 shooting with low driven and the quick step plus. You've got Haji with incisive and technical as a 90 rated. Looks solid. And you've got Dunga as the Brazilian CDM with intercept and anticipate. You know, the stats there look a little underwhelming, I won't lie. The defense, physical, and pace look good, but 83 dribbling, that looks a little bit underwhelming, at least in my opinion. And then here is Makai. I think I'm saying his name correctly. Makai. Striker. I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong here, but that looks like Luis Suarez to me. Like, that dynamic image, he just looks so much like Luis Suarez. Or maybe, as the chat was saying yesterday, a mix between Luis Suarez and Van Persie. But low driven and finesse, 90 pace, 92 shooting. That is at least going to be a pretty interesting card there. And I believe those are all the official stat leaks that we do have at the moment for cards that are coming in a pack. So it looks interesting. It really does. I mean, you got some big names in here. If you're like, Nate, I might want to save a couple of packs, I wouldn't blame you. The thing is, it's kind of hard to get packs to save with the SBC fodder that we are kind of lacking at the moment. I feel like I'm spending so many coins each day to buy 84s, 85s, and stuff like that to get the SBCs done that I would just like to have a chance to maybe pack a promo card, but really just to keep the fodder going through my club. Some of those daily refreshing 83 10s, the 85 by 3s, you need so many 83s and 4s and informs at the moment. It's a bit tough to get all the fodder. So it's like, well, Nate, I can't really save too many packs anyway, unless I'm going to stop doing SBCs. Hopefully that changes a bit with this promo in terms of some of the pack content that we get. But if we're getting fodder, or if you're saving fodder right now, it might be for one big SBC. Guys, we had a couple of SBCs leaked yesterday, right? And we've had some big SBCs recently. Think back to Team of the Year, but, you know, the Totti, the Messi Ronaldo player pick, the Sophia Wilson, the Marcelo, they've all been really expensive. They have been good, power curve pushing, but they've been kind of pricey. Here's another power curve pushing player with this leak of Chiellini. Now, we do not know the official stats yet, so I'm kind of going out on a limb here saying that he's going to be a crazy card, but it's Chiellini. It's kind of one of those center backs in the game that you know is going to be a crazy SBC because his card is pretty crazy, right? Now, if this is the official card, which it can be, that's way too good, right? And that may be part of what's getting us hyped about this. So I think we got to take a look at this and say 94 rated for Chiellini, probably not. 88 pace plus 8 pace from this card, probably not. 97 defending, I mean, come on, this ain't footies right now. 95 physical, that's a bit too high as well. But, you know, if he has intercept plus, maybe he has jockey and intercept, or jockey and anticipate. Let's say he even has a 91 or 92 rated card, and it's like plus 3s or 4s on all of these stats, maybe a bit higher of a passing and a dribbling boost to make him a bit more agile and better in those places on the pitch. This is going to be a crazy SBC because this card and his base icon card have been very, very popular throughout this year. Some pros actually used this Chiellini card earlier on in the game, and I think some pros have even used this version as well at certain points. But the thing that I think is really going to be big about this is when it comes to center back SBCs, this is the type of player, a big name center back, a new icon in this game that you just do the SBC of, and you just put it in your team for like 2 or 3 months and you're fine and you're sorted. Because I would say for most of us, this, if let's say Chiellini's 92 rated and his stats are a little bit lower than that, that's a card that is going to upgrade almost any center back that you or I might have in our teams, apart from maybe an Evo or two. And it's going to be able to stick in our teams for a long time. So it feels very worthwhile. That's why I say he might kind of take over the game, because sure, there's a lot of Mickey Van de Ven Evos that are out there right now. And maybe you've gotten lucky with another center back pull or Evo that you've created, but like 2 playstyle pluses if he has the intercept, if he has, you know, bruiser plus, maybe it's intercept and bruiser, maybe it's quick step plus with the intercept. We don't know how EA is going to go with this, but like that's just a type of center back card that I think even only after having Beckenbauer for how many games now, 15, that Chiellini would probably dethrone Beckenbauer and or Tim Ream in the squad. Even though I love using this Tim Ream card, he's super fun and he's super meta as well. But like that's Chiellini, man. So that's why I think this SBC could be really good. But I think it's going to be a bit expensive as well. If he's like 92, 91 rated, even if it's not 94 like this crazy prediction is, I still think this SBC might be 1,000,000 coins. That's probably the price prediction that I would tell you to at least start to build your expectation around, because it's Chiellini, EA know, new icon, a lot of hype, really good in game. So that's going to be my guess. We are waiting for the official stats on Chiellini, and that will really tell us how this is going to go down. But he's not the only SBC that is leaked. We have a couple of more of those. The brand new hero, Gilberto Silva, is also coming as a knockout royalty SBC. We do not know his official stats. I was kind of wondering, like, is this guy more Conte-esque or Vieira-esque, as really didn't watch him play in his prime for Arsenal, but he's 6'1". He's going to have some pretty high strength, probably have pretty high physical as well. And I mean, we got to wait for the official stats on this one too, but this could also be a very solid SBC. I think Chiellini is the most hype. I think Gilberto Silva could be very, very good as well. We'll just have to see on the stats and the play styles that he does end up getting. But, you know, there's some hype there. And also, it was leaked, of course, a couple days back that this promo was going to be giving us showdown SBCs. And the first one has been leaked. It is Real Madrid and Benfica, the rematch in Champions League. This game is on Tuesday. It's between Mastantuono, butchered that one, and Arsnes, who is not Danish. He is Norwegian from Benfica. So this is going to be an interesting showdown. Of course, a lot of people I think are going to lean towards doing the Eminem man himself, Mastantuono, from Madrid. Also born in 2007. That's a crazy date. He is so young for Real Madrid there. That's crazy. Those are not official stats for him either, or for Arsnes, but that is one of the first showdowns that we're going to be getting for the Champions League game upcoming. And I mean, that has potential too. We'll have to see what the stats are. We'll have to see what the price is. Also, I'd love to know, since we haven't had a showdown in a while, are EA going to change the way that these upgrade? Like, that would be a very timely thing for them to address right now, because, you know, we haven't had a showdown in a hot minute. Like, was DePaul the last showdown that we had? I still have a couple in my club. You know, a couple of showdowns that I haven't, done anything with Locatelli. I have the Randall Colomani, who I've evoed. I do have the Sorloth card, who is very good, who I evoed him. But, you know, it's the questions of that, like, are we going to get bigger upgrades? Is it going to be like a +2 or a +3 for a showdown card instead of just, you know, a +1 or a roll ++? That would be something that hopefully EA address here pretty soon. And I would love to see maybe a bigger upgrade or like an extra playstyle plus being given out if they only start with one, if these guys are dropped with, again, just one playstyle plus. So that's sort of the situation there with the showdown cards. I do believe we're going to have more of those leaks. The number one question mark still for me with this Evo is, or with this promo is, what's happening with Evos? Like, what's happening with Evos, guys? Because still at the moment, they seem so far behind the curve. But now the more that I think about it, maybe they have been behind the curve because of these Academy Evos. And EA wanted to make the Future Stars Academy be the biggest and best thing for Evos during this promo. And sure, there have been some absolutely ridiculous cards that have been created, but like, can we get real Evos once again and move on and move past the Academy to like this promo? That's what I'm really curious to hear about and to see. And there's no leaks for that yet, but we'll be watching it very closely. Now, the last thing about Knockout Royalty that we did learn is that EA's dropping some more store packs, right? Now, a couple of these store packs that were added to the code yesterday probably pertain to today's content on Thursday as well, namely the 83 by 14. You're like, Nate, what? What are you talking about, 83 by 14? Well, one of our favorite SBCs from Team of the Year, the 83 times 10, of course, repeatable 3 times every day, is expiring today. And it's about time we upgraded this to an 83 by 14. That's my guess for why that pack was added to the code. So I'm watching for that SBC today for sure. Here's another pack that I'm really, really intrigued in. Inside Edge Evo pack. This is definitely a store pack as it starts with the word includes. But remember the Inside Edge Evo that dropped during Team of the Year. That may have been the best Evo of Team of the Year. That was the one that took you up to a 90 rated card. It gave Finesse Plus, and, you know, Barbo, Messi, those were some of the best players that fit into it. Like Barbo kept his pace. He went up to 90 shooting, 88 dribbling, and I believe, 5-star skill move boost in there as well. Bit of a physical boost, and it gave some good play styles. It gave low driven, game changer, tech, tiki, and incisive with, of course, the Finesse Plus, but it capped you at 1 playstyle plus. That was the one thing. Remember, Lionel Messi was one of the most popular cards that fit into this, and after the news this Evo was coming out again in the store, he jumped from 300k up to 340,000 coins. The interesting part with this is, remember, there was an Evo a few weeks back that dropped in the store as well as a pack, and that Evo, after you open the store pack, was like released without an expiration date. So if you open this Inside Edge Evo pack, whenever it does drop, let's say it drops today or tomorrow, that'd be my guess, today or tomorrow, sometime soon on this game, if it was just added to the code, you might be able to hold on to that Inside Edge Evo for a really long time for chains. Now, the Inside Edge Evo, when it first came out, was 75,000 coins. So if this pack is 75k or even like 85k, you could say that that is worth it because you get a 75,000 coin Evo inside of it. And then also an 83 by 10 pack is a part of that pack as well. So if it's like 150k, then I'd be like, I don't know about that. 100,000 coins, maybe. 75k, I would actually be tempted to do it because that Evo was so good and it gave so many good boosts. So watch out for that pack right there. There's also a couple of like knockout royalty packs that have been added to the code. An 89 plus rating specific that says contains there, so maybe that's objectives, probably not an SBC, but maybe in objectives. You've got an SP pack, halftime seasonal supply pack there. You got an 87 plus knockout guarantee, and then a no rating guarantee knockout pack as well. And then there's the hero pack that was dropped yesterday in game, and an 83 by 3 French rare players pack as well. The one thing that I look at with these 87 plus knockout royalty packs is, does that have something to do with weekend league rewards, or does it have something to do with the 3-step like tournament situation that we are still really curious about how this works on the game starting this weekend? That's a part of this that we're still unsure about, guys. Of course, you see here the lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight royalty tournaments. We might just end up calling this the WWE tournaments because you win one, you qualify for the next, but there's some specific requirements for your squads with these. And hopefully we learn a bit more about that. That plus Evos is still the biggest question mark with this promo. But again, with the type of content, the interesting things that are there, and the way these cards look and the SBCs look, this does look like it's going to be a step up from Future Stars in terms of the content and the hype. Now, let's talk about today, the final day of Future Stars. Wave adios to the Future Stars promo that has had some highlights, but also plenty of lowlights. The thing with today is, if you go to the upgrade SBC section here, and you take a look at the expiration time for a lot of these SBCs, it feels like 50%, if not more, of the upgrade packs that are going away. The daily, bronze, silver, and rare and common golds, the mixed league and premium mixed league upgrades, the 85 to 87, the 83 by 10 that we already mentioned, the winter provisions upgrade. Literally all of these are expiring today. Now, some of them are team of the year themed, like the 85 to 87, the 83 by 10. So hopefully we just get the refreshes, right? Hopefully the 85 to 87 comes back, because that's pretty helpful, in my opinion, for trying to get some fodder. And hopefully the winter provisions upgrade comes back, because that has been key to doing a lot of player picks, to do a lot of team of the year crafting upgrades, which helps you just get more fodder. I really, really hope that everything here just refreshes today. Everything keeps the same requirements and it just comes back. Remember, the League SBCs, if you guys like grinding those, the last time they refreshed, EA did not change the requirements. People wondered if they were going to add back CONMEBOL Libertadores as a part of the premium mixed league segment number 1, and last time they kept it at League of Portugal and Pro League. So that could change today, or it could stay the same. But I just hope they refresh all of this and maybe upgrade, like we said, the 83 by 10 to the 83 by 14. But if they don't bring back the 85 to 87 or the winter provisions, that is going to be a little bit of a problem, especially because those are, at least the winter provisions, in my opinion, is very crucial to being able to grind the menus right now. It's kind of an exchange SBC in a way. So we'll just be watching that very closely today to see what refreshes and what doesn't. Of course, marquee matchups will be dropping today. It's a Thursday. We always get marquee matchups, but also it should be Bundesliga Player of the Month day, and Olise is the winner of the Bundesliga Player of the Month. This is not his official card, I'm pretty sure, but he's getting another POTM. So we'll be watching out for that SBC today as a part of the content drop, and maybe EA will have some other sort of surprise for us. But with so much going on in SBCs, I can't imagine it's going to be super duper crazy. I think the campaign rewind might refresh today. It says it expires in 1 day, 12 hours, but pretty sure it refreshed on Tuesday, and it does refresh every 2 days. So that's another reason inform cards could go up a little bit further today after the content drop. We will just have to see. But right now at the moment, market-wise, I'm sold up on most everything. I still have one big card that I need to sell and one Frimpong card as well. I still have this Henri that really is just going to probably be a break-even for me. It's not really going to be worth the trade, but it is what it is. I still have a couple of Rodris that I bought at 30K on the video yesterday, as you guys saw that. And make sure, by the way, I've got a bunch of like these silver and bronze packs still here. Well, bronze packs now. I opened a lot of the silvers. Make sure you get these open, because there's a couple of silver cards in Team of the Week, and I actually packed 2 silver Team of the Weeks, or 2 Team of the Weeks of silver cards from those. If you've been doing all the daily upgrades, just make sure you're hitting those and potentially getting some informs before those silver packs, you know, are going to not come into the club as fast. And of course, before, you know, some of the future stars cards that have silver base items go out of packs tomorrow. So a lot of news, a lot of discussion today, but honestly, the Knockout Royalty promo is looking up. We'll be watching the leaks and news today to see what else we're going to be getting and see if anything surprises us today on a Thursday. But let me know in the comments if that Chiellini card, of course, without seeing the official stats, let me know if that Chiellini card moves the needle for you, because for me, it absolutely does. That's the type of center back that I would do and put into my club as an SBC player for a long period of time, because it's Chiellini. So we're going to be streaming today, guys. We'll be watching the new content, seeing what other leaks come out. So if you want to check that out, make sure to come by here around content time or go to the Twitch stream as well. All the links are down below in the description. Have a great Thursday, guys, and I will see you in the stream today. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.